Welcome, friends, to another episode. Today, I have realized something. I don't have many followers. Actually, on this channel, I have no subscribers. And I think part of the problem is I'm not very engaging. But the problem with that is that this is a solo project, something I've been doing all by myself. Literally, no one has helped me. And I think because there's no interaction with someone else, it makes it kind of boring. Hopefully, you don't think so, but I think that's the case. Regardless, I have 4 things. I don't know, I have a few things I wanted to try and get done today. One, I want to paint and protect the metal that's a support structure for the engine. 2, I want to work on the fuel delivery system because I am getting an in-tank fuel pump, and I want to work on setting up me ready for that. Third thing is I wanted to build a anchor box. Possibly something else will come along, I can't think of what. Let's get started on the tank improvement. Welcome, friends, to another episode. Today, I have realized something. I don't have many followers. Actually, on this channel, I have no subscribers. And I think part of the problem is I'm not very engaging. But the problem with that is that this is a solo project, something I've been doing all by myself. Literally, no one has helped me. And I think because there's no interaction with someone else, it makes it kind of boring. Hopefully, you don't think so, but I think that's the case. Regardless, I have 4 things. I don't know, I have a few things I wanted to try and get done today. One, I want to Okay, so I'm not going to cut the other one until even with that, a lot less wobbly. I haven't even secured it down. Should make for a slightly easier time pulling the cord now that it's secured. Channel, I have no subscribers. And I think part of the problem is I'm not very engaging. But the problem with that is that this is a solo project, something I've been doing all by myself. Okay, so I'm not going to cut the other one until cut these off and plug them. Put a pipe up through here to attach the hose to. Have this or that one over there extending down to the pump. Put a filter on the end of the pump. And have that hole that's the sight hole. That'll automatically be blocked. Okay, I think I've got a plan. Channel, I have no subscribers. And I think part of the problem is I'm not very engaging. But the problem with that is that this is a solo project, something I've been doing all by myself. Literally no one has helped me. And I think because there's no interaction with someone else, it makes it kind of boring. Hopefully you don't think so, but I think that's the case. Regardless, I have 2, 3, 4 points. I think I want to try to get one. I want to paint and protect the boat. One, I want to paint and protect the metal that's a support structure for the. Third thing is I wanted to build a anchor box and some anchor mounting points at the front of the boat. I'm not going to cut the other one until I have the pump and I can hook it up a little bit better, get a better feel for it. I guess on to painting the supports. First I'm going to have to mask them off. Yeah, I'm going to mask off the engine supports and paint. Welcome, friends, to another episode. Today, I have realized something. I don't have many followers. Actually, on this channel, I have no subscribers. Okay, we'll let that sucker dry for a bit so I can put on a second coat. I think I'll go measure out where I want to put the anchor box. Welcome, friends, to another episode. Today, I have Hello, everyone. Welcome to another day on the boat. The word of the day today is humidity. Because it don't matter if you're male or female, you're going to be wet under the tits. It is humid as hell out. So let's think of something cool for trivia. What makes a blizzard a blizzard? There's a factor that makes a blizzard be classified as such. What's that factor? Okay, as you will see, I made an anchor storage box. I will show you that. I'll be doing that in a little bit. I'll show you that. And then I'm going to move on to the tank, and I have my motor, and I'm going to see what I can do. Get that work. Get that work. Get that working. Over the last few days, I've made this anchor box. So the anchor is going to go in that little corner pocket. There is rope that will go in the rest, and then right there I made a cleat to tie the rope off of where you need it. I'm also going to put a bolt in here to tie the very end of the rope so you don't lose it. But I'm going to mount that to this spot here. You can probably see the black lines. But this is where it's going to sit. This is where it was shaped and designed to fit. As you can see, there's the storage where the anchor's going to go. There's my tie down point. There's my cleat installed. The storage area for the rope. It's all in there secured. I even got these to keep it from flopping all the way open. I will be painting the top red to match the top of the deck. The rest of it blue. I have some touch-up blue to do. Had to move that cleat. It was right behind the box. But other than that, this is done. Now on to the gas situation. Okay, so I got this pump with no guarantees that it works. So I have hooked up a 12-volt power supply to these two wires. By the way, salute. Really need the iced one today. And let's see if it pumps or blows bubbles. Figure out which side's positive, which side's negative. Okay, that's blowing bubbles. So I think I got it backwards. There we go! Hey, look at that, it's working! And I know that that's the positive side. Okay, awesome. That's cool. That's great. That's exactly what I wanted to know. If you guys understood anything I just said, I'm surprised. I said that's cool, that's great, that's exactly what I wanted to know. Okay, next step. Let's see what I can do about getting a couple things hooked up to this. I know I want this pipe on here. Pretty sure I should be able to come down tight enough on this. Can I get this over this? Yep. Okay. Do the hose clamp on here. Should be on there tight enough, but a hose clamp won't hurt. Me. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make this work, so I'm going to do it off camera. Time for a new friggin' phone because I'm going to smash this one to friggin' bits. Video cut off 2 seconds into it. You never got to see my setup with the in-tank pump or see it working with a little bit of water. Just trust me that that hose attached to an in-tank pump that works with the electrical for said pump coming out the side here. I don't even know what to say. Frustrates me. Hello my babies, hello my darlings, hello my ragtime gals and guys. Actually, that little ditty I sang, anyone tell me what that's from? I think I've done this one before, but Welcome to this glorious morning here in Boston. My God, this is like a perfect summer day. Anyways, 3 things on the menu today. 1, get the tank wired up and tested that it's flowing. And 2, I got some rope, as you can see, for the anchor. Going to take care of that. Probably dip the ends in some plastic, melt some plastic, dip the ends in there, and tie it up. 3rd thing, touch-up paint. 3rd thing is touch-up paint. So, let's get started. First order of business is, I have this nice 12-volt easy quick disconnect that I want to hook up, just so that I can make sure that I'm able to connect and disconnect if I need to remove the can. So it needs to connect to these 2 wires down here, which looks like I'm going to be able to do a direct connect to. Okay. I will do that. Okay, let's strip some wires. Okay, let's go turn on the battery and just see if we've got power. Grab this just in case it starts spewing out fuel. I'll be all set. Really? I can hear it. See that fire over there in that grill? Well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I'm an idiot. Did one of the 2 or 3 dumbest things I've ever done. And poured gasoline in that grill on a cloth, and I thought I would just burn the cloth would just burn. You know? No, I had a raging inferno, and it's now just burning off the end of the gasoline. I kind of wish I had the camera on. You guys would have laughed your asses off and called me a dummy, but c'est la vie. The question is, why would I do something as dumb as what I just did? Well, that's because I had gotten water and dirt in my tank here, and I thought I needed to change the gas out. But, as we can see, that was a mistake. Anyways, I found out that the reason the pump wasn't working was because some lines were pinched and broken. And that happened... Oh, God, hey, can you get a bunch of stuff here, though? That happened here. Okay, and then this will come up and connect to that with a quick disconnect. This has a quick disconnect. Pump is running. I'm going to tie that off to this here. here. And we're going to do one more there just for my delight. One last check. Yep, it's running. Okay. Between those two hoses, I'll be putting a quick disconnect. And I'll be putting one up right there where it goes into the engine. So right here, when this lid opens, it jams up against that. So I'm just going to put a little piece of rubber there to protect it. Protect the lid, protect the rail. Now you can see the lid comes up and hits that little piece of rubber I put on there. Inelegant, but effective. Time to do some sanding in preparation for, I keep saying the final touch-ups for paint. But I think right now we're all convinced that's just BS. Who knows when I'll be done with touch-ups, when I'll be done with paint. But I keep on going and doing what I need to do. Haven't done this on camera in quite a while. I have to report that yours truly is having a dumbass Saturday. First, I had the fire over there in the grill. That was out of control, and that was dumbass. And then, the other day, I left my blue paint that I'm using for touch-ups and for the blue coloring out here outside. Happened to be not have the lid fully secured, and it poured. And now I have blue water. So, I have to repaint everything that's blue. And since I can't match the color exactly, this is going to be the new blue. I have to repaint everything that's blue. Not going to be fun. Given my being a dumbass the other day and leaving the paint out without the lid fully secured, I now have to repaint all the blue, as I mentioned. So I'm going to start that now. It will not all be done today. And it will be a pain because the blue is very tedious. It's small areas. But I got to do it. And I will show you all when it's done. Probably in a day or two. Good morning, everyone. It's a bit overcast, but not a bad day here. Cool. Anyways, yesterday I got a shipment of supplies in. Okay, stuff I ordered. Which included the fuel. It's tight. Oh, pulling the wrong side, that's why. I have no hand strength whatsoever. Quick disconnects, which I will be putting in today, right now. First, we'll take care of the one here by the motor. Oh, good scissors you got here, Bill. There we go. Okay. Well, now that we are all connected, I need to unconnect it and go fill up the gas tank. First thing I gotta do, figure out what's what. All these are gonna get tied together on the ground side. Let me do that and we'll get back. What's up, everybody? How you doing? So today's a day of whoopsies. I was getting ready to put my battery box back together after successfully putting in the quick disconnects, when this wire, the main wire from the battery, broke off of my battery isolation switch. So now I have to fix that. Second thing is that I don't care if you're the Queen Mary, the Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier, or a little fishing boat like mine. Every boat leaks. It's just a case that is for boats, and all boats have some sort of bilge system, whether it's actually bilge pumps or if it's bilge holes that you take a plug out of and let it drain. Well, someone, won't say who, but his name might begin with a B and end with an ILL, forgot that. So now I have to cut holes in my deck to put in a bilge or a drain system. See in here, right there, I've already put holes in all the storage compartments. So I have that rewired, and as you can see, I've moved it off of where that brown spot is, which will get painted, to over there where it's a little more out of the way. Now it's time to carve into the deck and see about putting a drain in. There goes nothing. So as I mentioned, the kayaks don't have any bilge system, so I drilled holes in the deck. I'll show you those, and or I kind of already did, but I built these, and this part will be hooked into the hull of the kayak, with this out being outside, and then these will pull up. I have a spring in there to keep them down. I'll show you it when I get it all done, but right now I have to go figure out how to lift up the kayak to get under there to drill holes. Okay, first order of business is to try and raise this sucker up a little bit. not sure how well you'll be able to see this, but there's a little loop right here. I'm going to have to find a way to easily pull that up. Oh, with a zip tie. So here's how it works. There's this zip tie. There's a zip tie at my finger end. I just pull up, put this loop here over the screw, and now it's open. Pull up, let down, it's closed. I don't know if you can see that working down there, lifting up and down. I know it's a very tight area. You can see all the covers have been removed. They're sitting right there because I have found that they don't fit right. I was never happy with the way they fit, so I'm going to redo them. I'm going to shave down some sides, repaint them nice and neat, figure out new pulls for them, and new sealing because they're leaking too much. So I'm going to be working on that for the next few days. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another day. This will be the final episode for this particular section, but today's plan of action: repaint the blue sides, let them dry, repaint the red sides of all these lids, and then epoxy them. That should be about it, and enough work for today. And remember, like, subscribe, comment, and may all your adventures be fun and safe.